Will now be recorded.
We will start with the same alphabetically. Okay. So,
Yeah.
guys, you can take the initiative accordingly. So, first we'll start with Abu. Abu, could you please start with your introduction?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Abu. I'm in Montreal. I'm a SAP MMEWM consultant for a long time. I know a little bit TM, but I'm looking forward to learn more and see how I can help me. This training may be helping me because we are planning to implement SAP TM. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Which module you are from, Abu?
EWM.
AWM. Sounds good.
Yeah, I did academy long time ago. Naveen maybe remember me. I did AWM with you guys maybe 1 year ago. Yeah,
And what's your total experience?
20 years in SAP in total, and it's
So, 20
S4
years
is
in EWM
sorry,
itself or some other module?
sorry.
20 years in EWM itself or some you started with some other
No, no,
module?
no. In MMWM, I used to do. Yeah, EWM
MMWM.
is like 5, 10 years. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Quite an experience you have. All right, moving on to the next candidate again with the same alphabetical order. So, folks who have just joined, like Amit and Ashish, just we are expecting a brief introduction from your all end, and which will include your module that you're working for, overall experience, and whatever your SAP journey, how it had started, and whatever relevant experience you have. So, Amit, you can proceed.
Yep. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm at this side. So I have over 10 years of experience in SAP SD. And along with SAP SD, I have other module experience like settlement management. Recently, I started learning about TM. So right now, I want to grip more, hold on this SAP TM module so that I can join another project to implement the same. Uh, Yeah, and my journey started with SAP SD itself. I received 3 months of training in SAP SD by the organization, and then since then I'm working in SAP SD module itself. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Amit. So, your overall experience is into SD and MM.
Settlement management.
All right, settlement management. Is that you? Okay, moving onwards with the alphabetical order. Ashish, it is.
Hey, hi everyone, good afternoon. This is Ashish Patari. Overall, 13 years of SAP experience into SAP SD, IS Retail, and SAP GTS. Have been working in SAP as a solution architect right now. More interested to learn more on the TM side. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ashish. And we're moving on with the alphabetical order. Arnav, we have just a brief
Yeah,
introduction from
hi, hi,
you.
hi
Uh,
everyone. So this is Tarunava. So I have overall 15 plus years of experience and majorly on the OTC side. I worked on SDLE earlier and also in MM. So basically, I want to learn TM to explore the end-to-end, process for the supply chain. So that's the main motto of this training.
all right, sounds good. And then we have in the alphabetical order itself, we are done with the A's, right? A, B, C, D. Yeah. Anyone, I would say, Murthy, you can please proceed with your introduction.
Guys, I'm audible.
Indeed, you're audible to me,
Hello.
Murthy. You're audible to others as well.
Okay. Uh, Myself, Murthy, I have overall somewhere around 22 years of experience, 5 years in domain and rest of in OTC. And I have working experience in TMs in one of the project supporting their client. So currently I'm working for a product company where we have a TM also in there. So I would like to enhance my TM skills so that I will be relevant to the market. And my expectation will be critical TM is fine, I can get from anywhere. But how this but TM technically is different from normal modules, as well as uh, some kind of practical insights into the adapting the TM.
All right. Thank you,
Hello.
Murthy,
Yep, yep.
for the same. So, yes, we'll make sure we will be covering and including the use cases itself, not just the end-to-end standard flow. Okay. Proceeding further, we have Mohammad Ishaq.
Yeah, hello everyone. I hope I'm audible. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, Ishak, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, Ishaq, you're audible to everyone, I believe.
Yeah, sorry. So, hello everyone. Good evening. Myself, Muhammad Ishaq. So, I have around 10 years of experience. I started my journey with SAP SD consultant, and then I worked on logistics side as well, LE, or earlier. So, after then, recently past 2 to 3 years, I moved on to S4HANA sales. So, I'm more interested kind of solution architect. That is the reason why I'm interested for the transportation management in S4 HANA. So I think this is what I'm here. Here in terms of training, I have expectation in terms of the apart from basics like end-to-end process and how is this be implemented in the project, like the greenfield implementation, like and some kind of interviews assistance as well, like if it helps once we near to completion of this course. Thanks.
All right. So thank you, Ishaq, for the introduction. We'll proceed further with the SP we have. This is the name.
Samarjit.
Okay.
Hi, I am Shailendra.
Hello, Shailendra. Please, your
Yeah,
brief introduction and including your SAP journey and overall experience and who you.
I have a domain experience of 10 years in sales and marketing and experience in SD also. Plus, had a small chance of working on TM in one project support. Now want to explore more into the TM, and my expectation is that along with basic more depth knowledge into integration and specifically when there is errors in integrating. Yeah,
All right.
that's it.
We'll try and address the requirements as well, whatever that you are seeking for the same. So yes, moving on to the next, we have Samarjeet. Samarjeet, if you're speaking, you're not audible because I think, or if it is just me, is Samarjeet audible to others?
No, no, we can't hear him. Can you check the mic settings in the settings, Samarjit?
Okay, meanwhile, Samarjeet is checking the mic. Let's move on to for the candidate we have Chandramouli Ghosh, if I pronounced it correctly, and my bad.
No issues. I am also an SD consultant primarily. I started with PIPO and then I moved to SD. I have in total of 9 years of experience and around 7 of them in SD. Yep, that's pretty short brief.
All right. Thank you, Chandramouli Ghosh. Right. So yes, we'll move on to the further candidate. We have Tarun.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, I'm a master student and currently I'm pursuing my master's. So after my master's, I want to get a career in the SAP TM. So I'm looking forward to this, and I don't have any kind of experience. Yeah, to be I'm a fresher and just a beginner learning. Thank
Okay,
you.
that's quite an honest introduction. But yeah, Tarun, no worries. Everyone had started from somewhere. So good that you got into this SAP Transportation Management sort of a training program or something like that. It will be good exposure for you in terms of learning and everything. So yeah, and moving onwards, are we left with anybody or
Is Murthy Murthy?
Murthy?
Yes, please.
Uh,
Murthy had given the introduction, Navi.
okay then. Okay, fine. Go ahead, Rizwan. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So please be on mute if you're not talking to me. I hope. So let me just make a count. So total number of students we have 8 plus 2, 10 of us are here, right? Okay. So a brief introduction about myself. Let me switch on my camera as well. Yeah. I hope I am visible and audible both.
Yes,
Yes.
Rizwan.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So yes, guys, my name is Rizwan Alam, and about my work experience, if you talk about post my graduation itself, I have been working into IT infra projects. Started my career into service desk as a service desk analyst back in 2012, and since then, my SAP journey, I started my career into SAP SD sales and distribution. That got started in 2014 onwards when I started working with HCL. And within HCL, I got the internal academy program through which, after completing 2 years within SD, I got the opportunity to work as a TM consultant. So since October 2016, I'm working for SAP Transportation Management. I have delivered since then. I have delivered multiple global implementations. I have worked for several clients like industries, if I would say pharmaceuticals, oil and gas, as well as automobile, FMCG, consumer goods. So these kind of industries that I have served so far in terms of expertise. I have also worked on the Lidra system, LE system, as well as S4 implementation. I have a total number of implementation end to end that I have delivered in S4 was 2, and total number of implementation overall is overall 7 so far. Because I have also been working as a freelancer since day one when I got into SAP Transportation Management, because I was getting more opportunities as compared to any other module. While I started working in SAP Transportation Management, even currently also I'm handling 3 other projects as a TM functional consultant, solution architect, or a principal consultant, I would say. As a full-time employee, I'm working with Capgemini as a senior manager. About this is my work experience and SAP journey overall. I have done certification into SD as well as TM functional rules with the functional specs. So these are the 2 certifications that I have completed. So yes, I do have the idea of SD. I am not, you know, not that comfortable with. But yeah, if you talk about in future, I would wish to grow and learn with SAP EWM and rise and grow with SAP, the new modules which is coming up in to it, BN4L and everything. This is what my target of expertise that I will be exploring in future. So yes, guys, over here, if you talk about the transportation management training, that for which we all are gathered here, I am here to let me just today just to set up an expectation from my perspective, what all we will be doing. So I hope you all have received the TOC of this course itself already.
No, Rizwan, not yet. We might get it after the session.
No worries.
Almost, Ashish, I guess you haven't got it, but I'll resend to everyone once again.
Okay, can you just send it right away, Naveen? I just need to share that. I mean, discuss it. Meanwhile, I'm working on other
Okay,
PPT.
shall I share the screen and present it?
Yeah, please, please, please. That will be so nice. I'll
Okay,
just
1 minute.
switch off.
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Rizwan, just one question. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Naveen shares his slide.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
If you may share, how many have you been providing training before this sessions, or this is
I have been providing my 46th batch got completed. You guys can
okay?
follow me on LinkedIn and you'll find all the updates over there. I also run one supply chain company named Apurkim.in currently, and we take now we have started taking projects on that company's name right now. So yeah, the 46th batch is the one that I am currently delivering in Mumbai, and I actually came from that class only. Today till 3:30 that class was there, and I haven't reached my hotel yet. Sitting somewhere outside in a cafe and just completing this induction session today, because today there was not much of from the config side or system side or anything. It was just an induction and introduction. So this is how it is.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes, so, and I've started with the corporate trainings only, but this is very recently with this Naveen from Experts Soft with this collaboration which is starting, and I am getting into this individual online trainings and everything. Otherwise, I started working within corporate training batches. I would say, wherein you understand corporate training batches, wherein you are actually you're working for some company within the same organization. You are just providing trainings. So initially I used to work as a trainer with HCL, and then I worked as a trainer with Deloitte, and I have delivered training some with PwC as well, and currently with Capgemini. But yes, if you talk about my on this is giving training as an individual is my first time that I'm starting with you people. Otherwise I was a corporate trainer.
Thank you.
Hopes you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Naveen. Yeah, before we proceed further to the course TOC and everything, course content, what we are going to cover it. Could you please, anyone else have any other questions or any queries from me or my work experience, expertise? Anyone wishes to ask anything?
Yeah, it's me, Ishak here. Not
Mhm.
relevant to expertise. So I just want to check, like, if you are going forward, like, I mean to say, will it be weekend batch and what could be the timing so that could be flexible
It
for
is going
everyone?
to be the weekend batch on that. Who did ask this question?
Yes, Ishak, we'll be
Isha.
following the same weekend batch, mostly the
Yeah,
same timings. Okay.
yeah, mostly the same time. But yes, in case if any changes or anything, I will be confirming you the same by today EOD. Will give you the exact confirmed time slots and everything. So yes, it is going to be Saturdays and Sundays, and mostly second half afternoons. So we will try and cover up with the 40 hours of training. I'll just come back to TUC, and then these things will be discussed. Any other queries apart from that?
Yeah,
No, it's
Sunday
okay.
will be Monday for me here in Montreal. Can you try to make it available so I can be, because today is, you know, Sunday means that, is it 2 day per week?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
Saturday and
going to
Sunday,
be.
2 days.
It is going to be 2 days per week. We won't be taking like much of a time, because I'll try and make sure we go by like at least 4 hours of class, or if everyone is okay. So whatever is the mutual, availability consent, because I do understand, including you all, even me, we all are working somewhere. We all have our primary commitments with our current ongoing jobs and everything, and this we are learning as an extracurricular activities. So I also don't want to take up most of the time of your weekends. Same here. I also don't want to share most of my time of the weekend with you guys. We all have our personal work-life balance has to be there. So accordingly, with that 40 hours of learning, in which I will try and cover each and everything, we will be covering all the, the end-to-end scenarios of sales order, purchase order, and stock transfer order, three order types. We'll be running them from the beginning, but we will start from scratch. We will actually start from scratch, as in we will be creating the company code, organization data, and all of that master data creation will happen in the system itself. Post the system setup and everything will be done, and then we will proceed further with these three order types from sales order, from purchase order, from stock transfer order till freight settlement. We'll be showing you in the S4 system how exactly it works, and you will be known of the entries and everything. Apart from that, someone had said I wanted to learn on the from the real time scenarios and everything. So the best part of this training over here, me and Naveen had discussed this thing before, because I in the corporate training I was not able to showcase my freelance project work and those system to my trainees. But over here, since I'm working as a freelance trainer and it's an individual role, so I will be able to, on the same laptop where I'm connected right now, I have two of the projects running, and their SAP and everything is installed over here. So I will be showing you with the real time scenarios and everything, like for example, there is this client called Emergis. With Emergis, we have this issue going on right now, that freight order is right now for all the freight order which do not have the FUs assigned. I mean, the FUs got cancelled. So for that for that freight orders, we have to actually get into the system as a workaround. We are deleting those freight orders manually. This is just one instance I'm giving you. So we have to delete those freight orders manually, but we need to define a condition in which I will be able to get all of those freight orders should be deleted automatically and should not go for FSD approval. Maybe these terms might right now sounds like some other numbers or anything, but you guys are part of supply chain. So this is how I will be working onto it. If I were to give you an example of it, what we have done, because today itself I had showcased this user story to my previous batch. What we have done in the freight order type, we have added that condition. There is this, if you drop down in the freight order type, you will have the order option of additional controller strategies. And in the process controller strategies, you can actually define, there is a strategy called uh, TOR underscore cancel or FO underscore cancel, something like that. So you can actually define that strategy. What that strategy does, all the freight orders who do not have FUs assigned or any no FUs with them, they gets cancelled automatically. Okay. So
What
that
will,
was just
what will,
one example of, yeah.
what will be the batch? When will be the starting of the training, the date?
When will be the starting of the
If
training?
everyone is fine, we'll start from tomorrow itself. Okay.
Tomorrow will be the starting point, Naveen?
Yes. Yeah. If everyone is fine, then we'll start from tomorrow itself.
They already, everyone already paid?
We'll work on
Or
that.
it's free?
We'll work on that.
Thank
We'll
you.
work. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that you can speak to Naveen on the same. Possibly tomorrow, or I mean, hopefully, max by next Saturday will be starting full
Yeah.
fledged.
Yeah. If
The
not,
batch will
we'll
get
start next
started.
Saturday. Yeah.
Because I also I'm not sure about not that sure about tomorrow, but I'll discuss with Naveen on that, and he'll communicate the same to you. So if not tomorrow, then definitely next Saturday we will be. I mean, coming Saturday we'll be starting. Okay. That's when we will be starting the setup and everything, and all the sessions and everything will also be recorded. I mean, I'm not recording this session just because it was just an introduction part, and we are just covering the SAP transportation module and all. I mean, your all introduction and my introduction, so nothing there to record actually over here. But moving onwards, whatever, even a single config that we are performing, be it even if it is creating one single sales order or anything, so day to day, we will try and record all of those that material so that you guys will be able to refer it. And I hope Naveen will be able to provide you with the lifetime access of that data.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long is it going to be the training? Sorry to ask this. Just want to
No,
plan
no,
it.
no issues, no issues. You got to ask. You are here to ask questions only, and I'm here to answer the questions. So that's how training works. So, and it's good. That's what I'd rather appreciate. Making it an interactive session, guys. Not just sit there and just listen and watch the recordings. I would rather say in real time scenarios, what you can learn is much better. So yeah, the question that you had asked, how long this will take. So yes, the course content that I deliver in the online training, in the corporate batches, it is of 40 hours. In 40 hours I will complete each and everything, all the system setup and all the configs and all the three order types and all the scenarios will get covered. So now we will have to see that how we are distributing it. If we are going to distribute, let's say 2 hours per day for every weekend, so then we will have 4 hours per week, which will make 10 weeks for of a training. Or if we are doing it for 4 hours per day, so that will make it 8 hours for one weekend, and 8 5 the 40, that will be only for 5 weeks, and the training will get completed, right? So this is how the program, that depends on us, how long we wish to stretch this one. But yes, system access and everything, Naveen, for how long they will be having the system access, that they will be
It will be for 2 months. Yeah.
yes, so the system access will be there with you for 2 months at least. So we will try and cover this one from my side. This is what I have also thought, because if I'll give you like 4 hours of each day of classes, then you guys will also get exhausted, because Saturday and Sunday committing and saying yes to 4 hours, and then in real time absorbing that much of information, I think can be a heck of a task, because you also have your own personal lives going on, your own current jobs and roles and responsibilities going on, right? So I think 2 hours per weekend will be fine for me, and depending upon you, whichever way you want me to deliver it, because from my end I don't have to learn anything. I just have to deliver my knowledge. So the faster you guys absorb, I'll be able to deliver it as fast as possible. That will be mostly dependent on you folks.
Hi, Rizwan. One query is Mishak here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. It is good to know about, like, you mean to say, like, training hours, timings. I mean to say, like, your level of energy to, you know, explore. I mean to
Well, thank
say,
you.
features. So one small query from my side, and that could be, I mean to say, uh, for everyone. So
Go ahead.
during this training, we get the system access, right? So like in weekends, we'll have the training. In weekdays, we might practice whatever we learn in the weekends. So during
Mhm.
our practice in the system, so if we are getting any configuration errors or interface errors, whatever it may be, because some of them will be relatively new and some of them we may not know like how it works. So in that sense, I mean to say, are you reachable, or are you like, how can we, I mean
Yeah,
to
I
say,
share
get the
to
help on
answer
the
this.
system side?
Okay, in the LMS portal itself, there is a chat box. Okay, in that chat box, you can post all your queries with the screenshot. Okay, trainer will reply you on that. Okay.
Okay, that I was
Yes,
not
and
aware, so
also
this is
the
very
group
good.
that we have for to answer your question, that was a good query actually. I mean, it's for everyone's good, and thanks for putting that up, Vaishak. So yeah, my point of view over here, yes, definitely you will come up with a lot of errors, a lot of system issues, a lot of this and that thing is not working. So you were creating that, it got created while live demo system, and currently when I'm trying to create the same entry, I'm getting this and that error. So the best option, like Naveen had said, is to post that error there and then to that LMS portal, whosoever is available. Like there are like, for most of the time, the query is, let's say, not relevant to TM. There are times, I mean, for example, like setting up the organization, there is this thing called stock posting. In stock posting, you get multiple errors. So if you are getting such an error or something like that, maybe it will get addressed, if not by me, somebody within your batch, or we will try and get it, whether if it is anything related to your system is not fixed or anything like that. Naveen is there, we will provide with the basis guy who will take care of all the configs, or all the backend and everything will be taken care by that. So ideally, if you face any errors, you won't be reaching out, or you won't be calling anybody, or anything like that. You will be just posting that in that group itself, and whatsoever the error is, that is going to be addressed. For 2 months, you will have that facility. I mean, till the time this batch is going on.
Okay,
So,
thanks for clarification.
Rizwan,
That's very
Ashish here.
yes, Ashish, go ahead.
This will be an embedded one, or
Embedded.
okay? Can we just
No,
quickly
I
go through
think in the
the
name
course
itself,
curriculum?
you have seen, right? S4 with the S4 HANA, the latest version 2025, the one that we are running. So it itself, the system is embedded only.
Can we go through the course content briefly with you?
Pardon?
Can we go through the course content with you briefly?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Once you guys done with your questions, that's what we are going to do with the course content. All right. So yes, guys, moving onwards, let me just proceed further with the course content. As you can see over here, first thing first, in the, like I said, it will be 40 hours of learning. In the 40 hours, what all we will be covered. First of all, transportation management functionality. Can you please, give me an access or anything? I can highlight or scroll down. Or anything. Take remote control. Okay, thank you. Okay, so first we'll talk about this transportation management functional training course. In this course, we will be providing you with the all the functional aspects, and like to answer your query, this is what it says. It will be S4 HANA embedded TM with the latest version, the latest config that you will be using. But I will also, because like I told you, no, I have been working on multiple other freelance projects as well. So apart from this system which Naveen sir is providing us, apart from this training that we are doing right now, I will be showing you that separate system, that separate SAP box that I'm working on client side. So I have one of the client called Butterball. On that client, we are using embedded, sidecar. So you will be able to see the sidecar exposure and those user stories and tickets, how that system works. There is no much of a difference. Actually, and then we'll also cover that when the configure, the training and everything, the process will get started, right? So yeah, to answer your question, this is the one that we are going to learn S4 HANA embedded version. Okay, and in the 40 hours of learning, we will be it will be the introduction of module. The day one will be will try and make sure you get the overview of logistics execution in SAP, role of transportation management and TM architecture, standalone embedded difference and all the systems and everything. I mean, this is all in all TOC, but I would say. To be very precise, there will be few more things will be added to it. So I'll be discussing it with Naveen, and will give you I would say, what do we call that, redefined TOC, something like that, because few things are not added over here. These are just general entries that is which is mentioned. So yes, TM master data setup, and before that we will be doing the org data setup and everything. So I hope this is, and we will be using the business partner location calendars, that is with TM master data, order and delivery integration we will be performing, and we'll be working on planning and execution. So majorly, if I talk about transportation management, we have four areas. Whenever you go for a transportation interview, or whenever you're talking to any client, so they will be asking you these questions: which is your strongest area in TM? And why TM is that crucial is just because TM, I don't know about other modules. I know about SD definitely, but if I talk about other modules, I don't know much about them. But yes, within transportation management, guys, there is this thing that we say: it integrates and connects and works and collaborates with all the modules, every module. So be it SD, be it EWM, be it MM, be it FI, be it FICO, every MM. I mean, you will be seeing some of the system navigation of EWM as well in TM, and you will be seeing some of the SD work in TM. So a TM functional consultant, why it is a niche technology among all the SAP modules, just because it integrates and it touches all the SAP modules. So you actually end up having a base level or little bit of understanding of all the concepts of different SAP modules. So this is why it is more crucial, and that's why we have this decided or defined as a niche technology module. I'm not saying your all whatever module that you people are in is not that good. Definitely it's good, and it's definitely everyone's job is perfect and their modules. And without those modules also, and without those consultant also, we won't be able to execute us a happy flow, a successful supply chain business, or a solution will not be able to deliver a solution without that, right? And but transportation management plays a very crucial role, because when you talk about supply chain is basically nothing supplying goods from one place to another. So it can be anything like procurement, stock transfer order, anything. So TM, because just the transportation management plays a very crucial role into it. So this is how it works. So if I was talking about the four areas of transportation management, first we have the order management, right? Second, we have the planning and execution. Third, we have the settlement, and last we have the cost and charge calculation. So these are the four areas in which they will be asking you, okay, which is your strongest area. So because I've started my career as an SD consultant, I also always used to say in the interviews my strongest area was order management. So anyone who is coming from SD background, their strongest area will definitely be order management aspect. But here we are not talking about SD order management. We are talking about the order management which is needed on the TM side, because we think that post sales order TM work starts. No, even before sales order TM work starts, because the
We can't hear you. 1 minute, Ishak. 1 minute. One second. 2 minutes is rejoining. Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah, am I audible, folks?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
All right. Well, my apologies, guys. Maybe some network congestion. It got disconnected. So yes, I was talking about the four different modules. So this is how we will be trying to cover all those modules within this TOC, which has been shared with you, including from starting from scratch. Like I said, somebody over here who is having not any kind of experience. What was the name? Sorry, any work experience.
Tarun. Tarun.
Tarun. So yes, so even if anybody, Tarun, for your reference, I was saying if anybody who's coming with zero industry experience, have no idea what SAP is, have no idea what transportation management is, so even that person should not be feeling hesitant, because this training itself will be sufficient, because we will be starting as a trainer. My job is to start everything from scratch. So we will try and deliver each and everything from scratch to you, so that you will have a fair amount of understanding of the concepts and everything. So we will be covering all those four modules, guys, including the same. I don't have the access. I'm unable to. Can you move on to the next? Yeah. So yeah, here you can see order and delivery integration. So if you see this till third module 3, okay, till here we are only talking about the order management. So till here. And then yes, still here this will come in under the order management, and I will be giving you a refined POC for the same. And then we'll talk about this is the planning, tendering and everything will come over here, but planning segment is not this, and it is I mean it has maybe 20-30 more topics. We'll be adding them to it. So it is manual versus automatic planning, transportation cockpit overview, and everything. So yes, this is about the standard conceptual understanding, and then you have the freight settlement. This is the third module. When I say third area in transportation management, first one was order management, second was planning, third is settlement. And here we have the settlement, in which they have the charge calculation and all the cost posting and everything. That is the fourth area that will come in picture. Okay, so this is about your overall course, and the TOC will also be shared with you guys, and this is what we will be covering in this training. I am sorry if my rate of speech is a little faster. Hope it is clear and audible, and everyone was able to understand each and everything for the same. But yes, on the recorded videos that you will be getting, you can reduce this to 2.75x, and then I think it will be working fine with you. Because whenever I talk about TM or anything, trainings or everything, a rate of speech a bit higher. If you wish to, I can work on that.
Do we have any advanced shipping and receiving? Because it's something new from SAP, and is it possible to talk about that?
Possible to talk about what?
Advanced shipping and receiving.
Advanced shipping and receiving. Are you
Like,
referring to some topic which is written over here?
no, like I didn't see here, like doing
No, no, that
inbound,
will be there.
outbound in the sense.
Advanced shipping and receiving will be there. It's a part of embedded system. Like I said, now it's not the refined TOC. You will be receiving it. I'll discuss it with Naveen and we'll share you. So advanced shipping and receiving will be there. AATP will be there, because earlier we were using global availability to promise. Now we will be using the advanced availability to promise. So all those concepts will be there, since it is the embedded and the latest S4HANA version that we are using and going to work on. So to answer your question, yes, it will be there.
Thank you.
Now moving onwards, let me just roll it down, and then hands-on expertise. So in this case study, I was saying, case study, we will be discussing those multiple scenarios of. Naveen, you can stop sharing your screen. I need to share something. Naveen, can you please stop sharing your screen? I'm unable to share mine.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Guys, let me know if you all can see my screen. You can. Okay.
Yeah.
So first we have. Okay. So this is one of the like I was talking about. I am dealing with these two clients. So you asked me advanced shipping and notification and everything. So we have this TMC. TMC is the one where we have the you know I would say the sidecar system, which is installed over here, and we are working on sidecar. This is into right now, the S4 is into greenfield implementation, and the TM is into bluefield implementation. So over here, so if I talking about, that was for the sidecar system, and yes, I was talking about few incidents. Wait. Okay, so that was the incident that I was talking about. Okay, so this is how I will be sharing you the incident reports, whatever that incidents that I am currently facing. This project incident boost report, sales order cockpit. So it is, if I would say, if I read out the summary, I'm just giving you a gist of it. Okay, so anybody have maybe not worked on TM or anything, so don't get confused or puzzled with the things key what all is going on right now. Just giving you a gist of it. Hope everyone is connected. We all are on the same page still. Let me see. Assign this emerges and work based on the priority items. I just needed to show you the overview description of the issue. It is saying add zip code uh, as a selection layout. So This kind of issues, or if I talk about the other one that we have over here.
Can you zoom a little bit?
Yeah, sure, I will. Is it visible now, guys?
Yeah, good.
Good, thank you. Okay, so the issue over here, if you see, it says the invoicing, removal of FSD block, freight settlement block. There is this block is there, or sometimes we activate the block, sometimes we remove the FSD block from the freight settlement itself. So over here, this issue is about removing the FSD. FSD is nothing but freight settlement document, which is the part of the fourth area. Okay, so accordingly, whatever the area that we guys will be working on right now, so I will be showing you the relevant incidents to the same. Like I said, right now I'm not a part of corporate training where I'm not allowed to showcase my freelance projects data and everything. So I will be able to share you with all the exposures and everything, because anyone who's taking the training from me, I just want you guys to always, even post your retirement also, you should be able to say that I've learned SAP TM from Rizwan. So yeah, good teacher he is. So yes, I was talking about this. So over here, let's say we are talking about the system will not allow to create FSD, error message this. So whatever it is, so whenever we will be working on the fourth area of the SAP TM, we'll be discussing such scenarios. And if I were to show you the other incident, I talked about four areas that we have, right? First one was order management. Second one was order management, planning, and then execution. I mean, planning and execution was the second one, and then settlement, and the last one is cost, pricing and calculation, pricing and costing. So over here, do you see that mapping sales order, sales group, order type? This one is mainly to order management. So when we'll be discussing the first area of SAP TM, such incidents will be shown to you, and we'll be working on to it. So this is the issue over here. No, not this description. Here's the issue. We require ABAP and CPI changes, design documentation, update and integration testing, potentially an urgent request. So, I mean, don't get confused into that. Like I said, guys, this is just for the reference purpose, because the more deep dive we will into the technology, and we will start working onto it. So, yes, the freight order one that I was talking about, the one that I had showed just to my today's batch, freight settlement document, not this one. This cancellation of freight order. So freight order comes under the execution. It's the execution document. So that is the second area of transportation management. So when we will reach the freight order creation in the system itself, when you will be generally working, we will be working on this scenario. So issue that I was talking about, this was the issue. Currently, as a workaround, business is deleting the freight orders manually. Let me zoom in a little to this one. Oh, sorry. Everyone can see that now? The one that I've highlighted. So the issue that we have over here, manual step required to cancel FO in S4HANA. Workaround exists. That is the workaround, which is the manual step required to delete it. So currently business is deleting the FOs without any FUs. Business is deleting them manually, but there is this is a workaround, which is not a solution. So for the solution itself, what we needed to do, we had to take the screenshot and everything. I mean, we had to work on this one. If I just show you, I hope my Jira is also up. Okay, so this is my Jira story of that, the one that I have updated. So first thing first is this. Can you see my screen, guys? I mean, this condition, do you see TOR underscore cancel? So this is the process controller strategy that I had to define for cancellation of TO. TO in TM, it's FO itself, freight order. Cancellation of TO with no requirement. That's the technical term. So this is the strategy that I have found or searched or created, and then I have assigned the strategy over here. This is nothing but a freight order document type. And over here, if you go down at the bottom, additional strategies, tor dot cancel. I'm not connecting it into the system and showing it to you right now because it's my weekend and I'm not allowed to connect to the VPN or anything, and I don't want to get into that. But on the system practice, when we will be working onto it, I'll definitely be showing you the scenario, not just the screenshot. Okay, this was the issue. This is how we have troubleshooted it. Okay. So yes, this was about it, and let me proceed back to the training. Yeah, that was all, guys. Let me stop sharing the screen. So that was all, guys, from my side in terms of introduction and everything, and hopefully, possibly, we will be starting next week onwards. And whatever the update you will be receiving from Naveen and everything. So I think that was all from my side. Uh,
I have a
Handing over it to
question,
you.
Rizwan.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Two questions here.
Yeah, go
While
ahead.
you will be going through the scenarios, you will also show us the how the config is working, and how do you do the configuration of various scenarios into the system, etc., etc. Right?
Of course, of course. Otherwise, there
Okay.
is no point of showing you the screenshot. I can go on ChatGPT and find, okay, give me this error screenshot of SAP screen and give it to you. That doesn't make any sense, right? Until unless that, what will you learn out of that, friend?
Perfect. Second part is, will you provide any documentation in terms of some supporting to help us navigate through post the sessions are over?
Suppose the
Some training
sessions are over. I mean, no,
documentations.
whatever the configs that we are doing, whatever the data,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the PDFs and documents which is required to learn TM, that will be shared during the session. Those PPTs and those documents will be shared. But apart from that, I am not getting which kind of document you're saying.
So for example, some screenshots of configuration. How do you do the configuration? What all things are required? Some config document or something of that sort you'll be sharing,
No, no.
or can you
For the
share tell
business,
us?
I won't be sharing that for some obvious reasons, guys. I can show it to you. You can see that, but those configurations and things and of those business system, I won't be sharing the screenshot. But definitely, you can capture a screenshot from here, from this system, the practice one, the sandbox that we will be setting up.
Okay, thank you.
But definitely, I'll be showing you the
This is anyways,
configuration.
it's a recorded, right, Ashish? Okay, you can
Yeah, it will be recorded, so you will always have that recording. So it doesn't really matter. Even if I don't share you the screenshot or anything, you can just play and pause and then watch it.
Fair. Yeah.
All right. So that was all from my side. Naveen, over to you.
Yeah. Any other queries? Amit, Arnav, Abu, Ishak.
No, nothing from mind. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
If
I'm
no
good.
more queries, then we'll come back to you with the schedule. Okay. By anyways, as Rizwan said, we'll start from next Saturday. If any other things, okay, we'll update you on Monday. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you,
Naveen, you
Rizwan.
will be
Thank you.
sharing the TOC.
I'll share you the updated TOC. I'll share you. Okay. Rizwan said that we'll update some TOC and we'll update you. Okay. By Monday, we'll share you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then thanks everyone. Thanks for the wonderful demo, Rizwan. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Rizwan.
Thank you, Rizwan.
This
purchase order,
conference
and
will now be
we will be
recorded.
working on stock transfer order, STO deliveries as well. Okay. So we will be working out. Actually, we will be doing one small implementation, and that implementation will be from scratch. Even if you talk about setting up your business function and how the TM will come in picture wherever you are. Suppose this, you can actually go work in a project and work, take care of an implementation from scratch, the one that we call as greenfield implementation, and we'll explain you that difference as well. So any high level terminology coming into the picture, or any more something that you feel that you could not understand or anything like that, always raise your hand and ask that question there and then, or you can just ping your questions in the chat, will be addressed if it is relevant to the topic, and we'll be taking it forward from there. Apart from that, what I will be understanding from my side, guys, I won't be understanding that any of you know even ABC of SAP. So the training is designed in such a way wherein you will get the conceptual understanding. Anyone who is from non-SAP background or coming from non-corporate background or anything like that, so they can also get started with SAP. So just a brief of my introduction. I started my career from sales. So from sales background, automobile sales I was in, and from there I came to SAP. So anyone can come from any industry to SAP, has no boundary as such or any limitations that I feel so. So apart from that, if you talk about the training part over here with SAP Transportation Management, like I said, we will be covering one end-to-end implementation from setting up the business functions, from defining the relevance with other modules, from data integration, from BGRFC connections and everything you will be seeing in day by day modules. And we will be checking each and everything. All most of the of course TM activities we'll be doing, but what all other modules are integrated with SAP Transportation Management, what all other, what all are other functions we have that we are supposed to enable as a TM, consultant, what all other activities of basis and SD that we should be knowing from our end to work as an implementation consultant. So my training will provide you good 4 to 5 years of work experience that you can, and later on will also assist you with the your CV customizing and helping you wherever you wish to reach in your career. So anyone who have joined, maybe people have different expectations from their this training. There are some of them have joined a job with SAP TM and currently willing to learn something, or some of them looking to switch their career. Some of them are already in different module and want to upgrade to SAP Transportation Management. So this is how each and everything everyone have their different aspirations or expectations out of this training, but we will try and deliver most of the knowledge and information. So for job seekers it is good, I would say, because my main focus is for you to get into a project, or when that's when all the game will start, because whatever that I'll teach you over here, when you will get onboarded and you'll start to work as a TM consultant, you will actually end up finding a lot of things that you have not seen before or you haven't even heard of. And whatever that we have talked about was quite basic, and we are looking at a lot of advanced things. So to avoid that gap, like I said in my previous sessions as well, I will be showing you some of my current user stories where I am working right now, and what all the challenges that I'm facing right now, what are the customizing or settings that we are doing. So that way you can say you will have a live project experience as well. So whatever right now I am working on this project called Butterball. It's into I would say enhancement itself right now, but we are working on I'm working there as a support consultant. So they have hired me for like 1 year. You need to take care of all the SAP Transportation Management uh, tickets from support side. So yes, I do have 4 to 5 tickets over there. So this is how you will be understanding and get a walkthrough of the real-time workflow. So without any much of a delay, guys, that was enough of the introduction. Let's just move on to SAP Transportation Management with the introduction itself. Let me share my screen. Okay, just one second. Can you see my screen, folks?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can see.
All right, great. So yes, proceeding further, guys. Like I said, SAP Transportation Management. What we are going to, don't bother about making notes or anything. Whatever the things that you should be noting down, we will be starting all those things from class 3. itself. And whatever the PPTs that I'm showing you right now will be shared as well on whatever the group that we'll have later on. And on that group itself, the information and all the PPT document will get shared. So don't bother about, you know, don't rush after noting down anything, or you're missing out on any information with subject to even these sessions, I believe, are recorded, and you'll get access to the every videos as well. Okay. So just focus on what we are currently doing right now and what we are discussing. And if you have any questions, do come up with that. You can raise your hand in the meeting itself. Okay, so yes, why SAP Transportation Management and what is SAP Transportation Management? Before we proceed that, we need to understand what is supply chain. And the supply chain, as in supply chain is actually, I would say supply chain is something that is a part of any product life cycle, have a supply chain, as in from manufacturing to delivering that finished good to the to the consumer, to the end user. Okay, is the entire process which is involved in this using ERP software solution is called supply chain. So this is what supply chain is, for your more understanding. So yes, in supply chain execution platform, when we talk about, we have the best in class integrated connected real time. So why SAP Transportation Management? Because it is one of, as SAP claims, it is one of the best class, world class, holistic, and verticalized. Why verticalized? Because it connects with multiple different verticals and integrated deep into end-to-end process integration, connected flexible network communication, real-time insight and monitoring. Okay, and warehouse management and transportation management, track and trace. Okay, you must have heard about SAP, yes, or SAP GTT. Okay, global track and trace. So these are the three modules of SAP. uh, Transportation management, warehouse management is these days are called EWM. I mean, extended warehouse management, people are calling it, and people are doing EWM training as well. So same amount of popularity is there with the EWM training as well, whatever we have for TM currently, because to support any kind of supply chain, you do need a warehouse, or you do need a extended warehouse as well in order to manage the execution, because without the warehouse, you cannot, imagine any supply chain. And again, without the transportation management as well, you cannot imagine any supplying, any supply chain, because transportation management plays the most crucial role, just because it is, as you can see, from transportation management, if you're not able to move your goods from one place to the another, then there is no supply chain for you, right? So if we talk about moving goods from one place to another, is all transportation management about. But yes, it has a lot of peculiar details when we get deeper into the system and deeper into a lot of scenario wise understanding what all we have, like what is the difference between different areas of SAP TM. You will come to see more about it. But yeah, for now, the understanding is to run any kind of supply chain execution. These are the three major points or three major modules of SAP which comes in picture: warehouse management, transportation management, track and trace, global track and trace. Of course, it has to be there. So these days, you must have seen people asking for TM consultant, going for a job or anything. They should also be knowing what all GTT. Have you ever worked on it? Do you know the basic, I would say, system navigation for GTT, when ticket goes to them, what they are supposed to do on any SAP freight order or any freight booking that you're working on? So what exactly their config part? Do you have any idea about it? So they do expect, consider this as an I would say added advantage to a job seeker, or if you're proposing a project within your organization to some client. So yes, they do expect that you have hands-on or added knowledge of extended warehouse, EWM, or warehouse management, and track and trace, global track and trace, GTT. SAP S4 HANA platform, we will come to that in a while. What is all S4 HANA, and what business suit it, because most of you are on from different modules of SAP. They might be knowing, of course, what S4 HANA is, but yeah, I'll give you a deeper understanding onto it later. Okay, The another benefit of SAP transportation management scenarios is examples like it has direct truck shipment from shipper to consignee. We have the direct truck shipment which gets it done, and truck networks as well. If we have multiple shippers in between and warehouses, and then consignee and the multiple consignees as well, as you can see over here. Okay, some of them are receiving from this warehouse and some of them are receiving directly from shipper, goes to warehouse, and then this warehouse. So whatever that truck network is available, it is available with the SAP transportation management. And the third thing, if you see, the third benefit is multi-modal domestic shipment. Okay, multi-modal domestic shipment, if we talk about within SAP, is, let's say, a scenario where something domestic, as well as it will have it is having the international shipment as well, ocean LCL and ocean shipments. We'll talk about that. But yeah, multi-modal domestic shipments, if you're talking about, let's say, some of the nations that they have a port in between, and from that port itself, as you can see, multi-modal domestic shipment. So if I want to ship something from Bangalore to Delhi, but using a rail platform, okay, so something will get shipped from my uh, Bangalore source location to Bangalore railway station. Okay. And from Bangalore railway station, it will reach to Delhi railway station. And from Delhi railway station, it will reach back to uh, the source location, which is the consignee, as we can see over here. So multi-modal transportation comes in picture, because there were times when we were using truck, when we were using train. So this is how multi-modal shipment comes in picture. So these two were via train, as you can see, from shipper to rail. This is the first rail location. I would say this was from shipper to railway station Bangalore, and from Bangalore railway station to Delhi railway station. Okay, there must be some warehouse or something like that. And from that to Delhi railway station warehouse again, with the same warehouse over here and here. And then finally we are reaching the consignee, again using the truck. Started from truck, ended on truck. Meanwhile, used rail as as the mode of transport. Sorry. Well, excuse me for this. All right. So yeah, the next one, this is multi-modal shipment. That's a very common question gets asked in the interviews. What is multi-modal shipment? So that multi-modal shipments also comes in when we are exporting or importing goods from one country to another. Let's say you were to import something from Chennai, and Chennai to somewhere in San Francisco. So your location is from Chennai source location to Chennai port will be one mode of transport, and from there you will have, let's say, it's a container which is going via ship. So you got a ship from Chennai port to San Francisco port, and from San Francisco port to that source location, the destination location that we have, it will reach to that location. So in all of those multi-modal shipment, that gets supported by transportation management, SAP transportation management. Air freight D2D. Okay, when we talk about air freight, D2D is shipper to air station that we have, and then to the warehouse, and then airport, and from the airport to another location's airport. That also can happen domestically as well as internationally, guys. And if you talk about from their warehouse and their station and then consignee, as you can see, the mode of it is again multi-modal uh, shipment, whether you call it domestic or international. But the shipment is, instead of train, they have used plane for the main carriage. If you talk about pre-carriage, main carriage, on carriage, there is this thing, they call it multi-modal shipment. In that we have pre-carriage. So from Chennai source location to Chennai port, it is pre-carriage. Okay. And from Chennai port to San Francisco port, it is main carriage. Okay, and from San Francisco port to San Francisco destination location is on carriage. So this is how they have defined it: pre, main, and on carriage. Okay, guys. So over here in the first scenario, multi-modal shipment, this was the pre-carriage. This is the main carriage, train, and this is the on carriage, which is truck, or it can be something else as well. Let's say from here to here they have, maybe over here FTL, and over here they are using LTL, less than truckload. So it's a small truck, or maybe it's a different trucks. But yes, type is same. This is what we call multi-modal shipment, and it again with the air freight shipment we have from one airport to another airport straight away, from airport to airport. You just have to move your goods to the airport straight away, and it will be taken from one airport to another airport. So it also supports this kind of shipment. An ocean LCL shipment, and D to LCL, D to D shipment. So as you can see, just give me a minute, guys. All right. So yes, after air freight shipment, we were at air freight shipment P2P, port to port. I mean, one airport to another airport, and then we have ocean LCL. LCL is nothing but less than truckload, less container load. Since it is ocean, so we are talking about LCL. Okay, if it would have been road or a truck, we would have said LTL or FTL. So instead of T, they are using C, LCL, which is ocean, less LCL, which is less container load. FCL is full container load. Okay, so it has D to D, from one port to another port itself, one consignee to another consignee, from shipper to another shipper, and then we have it reaches to the warehouse. From warehouse is it reaches to the port, and from port it will reaches to the on the using the ship itself. So that is called ocean LCL, and for freight they will be calling is air freight. So these are the terminologies and things. The reason why we are looking into it on such a detail, the SAP transportation management scenarios and what all scenarios it supports, just because so that we will have the basic understanding of the terminology. SAP itself in itself, not just SAP transportation management, but entire SAP in itself is nothing to me, but it's a HLL, high level language. So people who have learned C or language C or something like that, they must be able to relate to it. SAP, to my understanding, is high level language for everything. I mean, it has to be, but we are working on term specific, so we cannot use synonyms in SAP. We are supposed to be using, if we are talking about ocean LCL shipment, so it has to be ocean LCL shipment, and L should stands for less, and C should stands for container, and L for load. So we cannot replace word over here. It has to be like that. So even if you're going for any kind of interviews or anything like that, you cannot even replace words like containers, load, truck, or any of those. It has to be whatever is there in the definition. You need to by heart the terminology, the way it is written in SAP press, SAP press book. That's why SAP releases the SAP press book every now and then, in order to update their latest terminologies. Whatever there is, any changes or anything is only authorized by SAP itself. Else, we follow the same nomenclature, same terminology throughout the entire SAP in all the modules. Okay, so yes, and every module have their terminologies itself. For people who are working on different modules, they might be able to relate to it as well. So yes, we have ocean FCL, nothing but full container load, one port to another, and then we have the consignee. Why they said LCL over here? As you can see, we have multiple shippers. dropping out trucks in less container load, as in ki these are small trucks which are going on here. And this is FTL, full truck container, full container load. So with full container load from shipper to port, it's taking this much, that big. This is why this big truck we are trying to show that this is the full container load. Okay. Right. So I'll just show you the entire supply chain cycle execution, high customer value with a complete best-in-class multi-industry offering. Okay, that's the heading. Don't go by it. But yes, we do have other options as well. But right now, since SAP is being used so worldwidely, this is the one that we're gonna stick at. But yes, we do have other options apart from SAP, who can manage our supply chain or transportation management the way we are expecting. Okay. So just one thing, class, want you to understand. When we talk about supply chain is one of the oldest businesses available in the industry. So even before coming any kind of manufacturing or anything, supply chain was there, because people with their urge of growing and evolving, I'm talking about evolving as in when people were trying to discover things, discover fire and discover woods and everything. So from there itself, and at that time itself, supply chain was there. So it's the oldest, most traditional business which is there in the market, and SAP provides the quite a software solution to manage the entire ERP. Okay, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, guys. Okay, Enterprise Resources. So SAP is nothing but ARP software solution, Enterprise Resource Planning software solution, which provides you. So when we're talking about the S4 HANA, S4 HANA, SAP S4 HANA is the latest business suite by SAP, which covers various modules and have a lot of softwares and application that comes under that. So all in all, we cannot call it a software or an application. That's why we are calling it a business suite, because which it is a set of multiple softwares, applications, and codings, and SAP, the software itself. The enterprise resource planning is what we call in all. Okay, so we have over here in this picture, guys, if you just look closely, uh, we have freight forwarder, we have consignee, we have shipper, and we have carrier. Okay, so don't just get confused over here. I'm not trying to show you any cycle from here things go to here and from here to here to here. Don't be confused on that. But first take a look at this. If you want, you can make a note of this as well. uh, Transportation management, in transportation management we have four major areas. Okay, so people, whenever you go for any kind of interview in front of any consultant or any interviewer, will first ask you this thing. First of all, this is the first thing that they will be asking you. So XYZ, whatever the name, so they ask me as well the same way. So Rizwan, tell me what is the best module, best area in SAP TM where you feel strongest area where you work the most, and we will be able to deliver, ask you questions accordingly. So same way, SAP have four different modules. These are written over here. As you can see, transportation management, it has order management. The first and foremost things, order management is something in which, like we say, what order type we are using. Order management, either we will be working on sales order, or either we'll be working on purchase order, or we will be working or on STO. Okay, for sales order as well, we will have inbound and outbound delivery both. And for purchase order as well, we will have inbound and outbound deliveries both. And for purchase order and then STO, if we talk about, one is SO, sales order, and the other one is PO, purchase order, and the third one is STO, stock transfer order. Okay, so in all of this, this stock transfer order is again something that we are trying to procure or ship from one location to another, but it is within the same organization. Maybe the companies are different, entities are different, company code are different, but all in all, it's within one company or among the organization. So in that we have inter and intra. Same way you have the internet, which is within the company, it is called intra, and outside the company, it is inter. Okay. So this is how we have the order management type. We have these three type of orders. So what all we do with these three type of orders, and how we are supposed to proceed with the transportation management execution, because execution will remain the same, but with different order types, you will be using particular T codes to work on the those order types. Okay, let's say you have got the multiple sales order and purchase order or something like that, or you want to club them together. So that's your job itself to do. You cannot ask your SD people to club all these sales order. My FOs are not getting generated, freight order are not getting created because of that. In case if you might have to create multiple sales orders, not that it's your job to create the sales order, to do the config behind it is actually SD people job. But creating a sales order is actually, it's also not your job, but it's an end user activity. Okay, so if end user is not able to create a sales order or anything like that, so that ticket might can come to you as well. You might also be looking into it. Okay, the sales order is not getting generated because of this. So maybe you'll forward it to the SD people that okay, this is not getting generated. But yes, you should also know the process of generating the sales order. Let's say you have done some changes and now you want to perform the testing. Okay, you have done some changes, now you wish to perform the testing, and in order to perform the testing, you need to create a sales order and proceed further. You need to test that particular sales order, right? You don't want to hamper anyone else's data, because over here as well, when we will start setting up the system and start working on the concepts and understanding, we will be creating our own sales orders, multiple sales orders, in order to test different scenarios. Okay, if this happens, if what will we do? So order management will basically gather all the information of the order. What is the order type we have? Sales order, purchase order, stock transfer order, or according to it, what are the changes we are supposed to perform in the execution or in the order management type. Okay, so that is all will be coming in the order management. Okay, you have received order of critical quantity, how will you manage? You've received an order of you've received a sales order having multiple units, and you do not have the full container for the same, they all are under LCL. So there were like a lot of scenarios that will come on the picture, which you will be understanding what all needed to know on the order management side. Okay, second is transportation planning. Okay, in planning,
Hi,
if
sorry,
you talk about, yeah, go
sorry,
ahead.
Rizwan. Can I stop you for a minute if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, I have some query. So just now we
Go
have
ahead.
talked about, that these four main concepts like order management, transportation, planning, execution, and freight settlement. So in this,
Mm-hmm.
we have talked about different orders, like as you said, sales order, like purchase order in STO, intercompany or intercompany STO. So likewise, you
Mm-hmm.
said for the sales order is being responsible from the SD O2C team, and we should know the process. Okay, same as
Mm-hmm.
like the purchase order and STO, whether it's a intercompany or intra STO. So that
Mm.
also need to be created by us, like how it is like if you're trying to segregate between
No, 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 no. I'm
SD,
not trying
MM,
to
and
segregate
TM.
anything. No, no. I'm just giving you an understanding that order management is a job of, I mean, which module you will be interacting with. See, friend, SAP Transportation Management takes care of the transportation. By the name itself, transportation management. We will only be managing the transportation. But on what order type that creates our the first document for us is freight unit. Okay, you will come to see that in the future. So with the order management type, whatever the order sales and distribution, the SD team is managing not just the sales order, they will also be managing the purchase order, POs, inbound outbound, sales order inbound outbound, and STO, stock transfer order inter or intra. So they will be working and creating all of those. These are not your activities to create the sales order or to create the purchase order. You will get the purchase order created. They will be saying, okay, on this of my PO, this and this testing, this and this PO is not generating any freight units. What is the issue? From my side, PO is okay. So you will be working on that. But in order to test those scenarios, while you will be setting up the system, when we will be setting it up on our own, on that system itself, we will be testing it, right? So we will be creating the sales order, or we will be creating the sales order, and whatever the errors that we face, we will fix those errors, and then we will be making those configuration changes from the TM side, what we are supposed to make, and then we can run that test and execute it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Thanks.
does that answer your question, Ishak, or
Yeah, you answered it. I mean to say, one small query is STO, but like in real project, who's responsible to create STO? Like it's pertains most to P2P team, right? So in
yeah, stock
actual
transfer order
project.
is also will get created by the SD folks, sales and distribution,
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
right? All the order type management will be taken care by SD. Okay, all the order
Okay.
management, entire order management
Okay.
for any stock transfer order. If we want to procure any goods from within our company location, or maybe some different plant companies, same, or something like that. So we will be creating either STO or maybe purchase order. We are trying to purchase some unfinished or semi-finished goods, something like that. So we will be uh, going for these kind of various order types, but all the order types will be managed by SAP SD consultant. Same way SAP TM consultant we have, same way we have SAP SD consultant. They are responsible for managing sales and distribution. Same way we are responsible for manage transportation. Their job is to manage sales and distribution. So sales can be of any type. If we are purchasing something, that is also a sales for some different company, right? For us, it is purchase order. For them, it is sales order. So the SD team will manage all of that. But yes, we also should be having the basic understanding as a transportation management, how a sales order come into picture, and how a purchase order gets created. How I mean, you should be able, you should know that VA01 open is to open the create new sales order. VA02 is to display the sales order. VA03 is to change. Okay, create, display, and change. Same way you have ME23 1 and ME23 2 and ME23 3N. So in that as well, you will be having different T codes to create, create, display, or change the purchase order. Same way you have it for STO as well. So these T codes and these terminologies you should be knowing. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And we
Thanks.
will
Thanks
be
for that.
doing it. And if you're asking whose activity it is, activity of SD, but we should also have the understanding of the same. That's all. And in the real-time scenario, when you will start to work, because when, let's say, you've developed some solution and then you gone to the business. Okay, you guys were saying, for example, these are FUs which were not getting generated, and now they are getting generated. Then they'll be saying, how did you test it? You'll say, okay, I actually had pulled one sales order and try creating the FU from that, and see, I saw that yes, it is now creating the FUs after the changes that I've made. So your basic understanding should be there. And same way, when we talk about the freight order in the other module, you will also hear about EWM, extended warehouse management. That will also come in picture. Same way SD is coming in picture, because TM, that is why TM is critical and crucial, because it is integrated with all the other modules. It is connected with all the, so you will have to, there will be times when you will be asked to integrate SAP TM with EWM, or
This
integrate
one,
SAP
sorry,
TM with
are
SD.
you sharing something?
No, not right now.
Okay, sorry. Mhm.
Okay, now I'm sharing something. I hope it is visible to everyone.
Yes,
Hello,
thank you.
Yeah, we can see.
hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, hi Rizwan, Ankit here. I have one question. In this session,
Yeah,
we
go
will
ahead.
get to know how the SAP runs their business life, why we are creating sales order, why we need to create a purchase order, what is the use of that particular things into the SAP, and how the SAP flow their business. Like we are including the FI module, SD, MM. So if you could provide us the short overview on that also, it would be great to understand and where we want to see where exactly the TM is embedded into that particular flows. So it would be great for us to analyze it into the detail.
I got it, but whichever way that is the process, we are moving on to that only, right? We will be discussing the, like I said, we will be creating separate sales order, purchase order, and STOs, and we'll be moving through that itself.
Okay, okay, Rizwan. Thank you so much.
Right. So
Yep,
that will come in picture with time. Have patience. It's just like with the first hour of the day one. So we are just discussing the conceptual understanding, and slowly and gradually we'll move to that as well. So we will be talking about
definitely,
those
Rizwan.
things will come in picture.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Thank you. Yeah.
So, so yes, folks, moving on to order management, and then yes, from order management we have the second area in SAP transportation management is transportation planning. Transportation planning is basically nothing. We have two different profile. One is selection profile and one is planning profile. Selection profile is just if you want to write it down, you can write it down. What is planning and selection profile? Selection profile is what of planning, and planning profile is how of planning. Okay. So selection profile basically tells you what all attributes to select, what all attributes, what all the selection profiles, what all the different profiles you have. FU creation profile, you will have logistics integration profile, or you will have
Can you
selection
repeat it?
profile.
Sorry, can you repeat it? Selection profile is for what? Sorry.
Yeah, selection profile is what of planning,
Mm-hmm.
and planning profile is how of planning. HOW.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So it's what and how. Selection
Thank
profile, I was saying transportation planning, the second module we are talking about. So in the second module, the second area, sorry, not the module. The second area of transportation planning is over here. We are talking about planning profile and selection profile. So first we work on selection profile. We will be creating a selection profile. Okay, and in the selection profile we will be talking about, let's say you have DG or dangerous goods. So for dangerous goods you have incompatibility settings. Such selection profile, incompatibility profiles you will be creating, and you will be working on and defining all of that. So this is how that configuration and details will come in picture. So you will be defining all of those selection profile, and planning profile is how, because planning profile will define what all attributes, whatever the attributes are selected by selection profile. Planning profile will be deciding how and when to use these attributes on which order or document type. So that will get defined on the planning profile, because whatever the businesses that you guys will be working for in near future, you will be coming across multiple layered unique requirements from people. They will be coming up and saying, okay, we have want to we have our small machines equipments and large equipments. Let's say we have some big machine, giant machine that we're shipping from one location to another. Okay, that was the requirement that I had worked on. It was like they were asking us to ship people along with the goods, and that to get managed on this SAP itself, because with their large instruments there were 3 men crew was written in the script that I was supposed to write. For large instruments we will have a 3 men crew, and for small instrument we will have a 2 men crew or something like that. So they used to send their crew team to set up their machines and everything, and that was also supposed to get managed by the SAP. So we get such complex business requirements basis that to solve or to serve multiple bases, multiple different requirement and customize them in various ways. It has created the selection and planning profile in such a detailed way, so that you will have, this is the most important, and I would say the lengthiest topic, which will take about two of the sessions to complete even the selection profile and planning profile. So yeah, longest and lengthiest and most boring, and but most interesting. Most of the interview questions or interviewers will ask you questions from planning and transportation planning, this area. If you know this area, you're good to go. Yes, and the second one, the third one is, we'll move on to transportation execution. Okay, in transportation execution, we will have the execution document. Execution document, as a planning, you have got a module which is related to, let's say, now in the transportation order management, what module we were connected with apart from SAP TM? What module we were connected with on the information side and everything? Can
So,
anyone answer?
GSP, GPS,
No, no, with
whatever, no?
order management, while discussing the order management, what was the module we were connected with?
SDMM.
SD and
SD,
MM.
SD, SD. Okay, SD and MM as well, for material management.
Yeah.
And within the transportation planning, if we talk about, we will be connected over here with the MM. Okay, so over here we will be connected with the MM, and transportation planning will have nothing to do with the SD part. So whatever the order management will pass on all the information to planning. And if we talk about execution, in execution you will be connected with multiple modules. One is SAP event management, SAP EM, event management. So what they will be doing, event management, is actually that one we were talking about, GTT, global track and trace. So global track and trace team will track your freight wherever it has reached, whatever the position is right now, or how much of a delay, what is the reason of delay, and is it on time, or is it before time, or is it delayed. So all of that information, all of this real time tracking will get managed by the GTT, and in SAP transportation management will be integrated with that as well. And in execution, that will come in picture. You will see that how event management as well as global track and trace comes in picture when we are talking about the execution, because over here we will be talking about the freight order. The
Uh,
freight order will get created. Till here we will have the sales order. Okay, and on sales order, within the order management, we will get the sales order, and from the sales order we will be using the different from sales order over here we will be creating the freight unit. Okay, freight unit is the single entity of which will remain intact through the entire supply chain cycle. Okay, if anyone wishes to write it down, freight unit is the single entity which will remain intact through the entire supply chain cycle. So one freight unit is something like, let's say, whatever the business requirement you have. Let's say in some there is this thing in planning a profile in the create in the when you define FU type, there is this option to ask you that you want to how do you want to consolidate your item. You want to create one FU per item, or you want to consolidate as much as possible, or you want to consolidate as per business requirement. So this is how the FU creation will come in picture. So all of that will happen over here. Till order management, you will have the FU, freight unit, which will be ready to transport. And in transportation planning, selection and everything, you will apply and do the transportation planning in the transportation cockpit. And as a result of planning and all the strategies applied on FU, you will get the final document, which is freight order. Freight order is nothing but the execution document, since it is integrated with the event management and with global track and trace. So freight order will give you all of the information on the execution side. So this is transportation execution. Over here on the freight order is actually having all of the information. It will have all the carrier information, whether it is going to transport it from this carrier to that source location, destination location. It will have Incoterms and everything. It is the final execution document. It will have the FU details and everything. If you want to see the FU number, you can refer to the freight order. And all of those documents will be there on the freight order side itself. So we will be creating these multiple scenarios like this. And this is the into transportation execution, the fourth area, oh sorry, third area of the transportation management. and then we'll come to the final freight settlement. So initially sales order was we have received the sales order. We have created the FU freight unit using the FUBR freight unit building rule and FU type. We have created the FU, and then using the transportation planning profile, selection profile, we have done all the transportation planning using all of that. We have created a freight order as a result of planning profile and selection profile on freight unit. So and then we have got the freight order is the final execution document. Okay, final execution as in it will be giving you all the event logs over there, like it will be giving you then when loading is started, when loading ended, when reached a vehicle received the source location, and then vehicle arrive at source location, and then vehicle departed from source location, loading started, unloading started, and all those events. The last event which will get reported post the arrival at the source location, first it will be departure from the destination location, and then all of that happens, and then finally it will reach the customer or end user wheresoever we want to ship the goods. So finally the ships will get uh, delivered, and the final event that will get logged is proof of delivery. Okay, till proof of delivery it will remain in transportation execution. So POD is the document which will be produced by the carrier itself to the consignee. Let's say one of the carrier have shipped some goods, and then once the shipping is done, customer side he had taken a signature of customer on some receipt. Okay sir, this and this good has been delivered to your doorstep. uh, if you have received it, kindly sign this agreement or whatever. You get the sign off from the client same way. So once you get the sign off, that is actually the document proof of delivery that will get posted by carrier, the carrier who's shipping the goods finally. So the carrier will be posting the proof of delivery challan over there, and that will be end of the transportation execution. And once the transportation execution is done, we will be triggering the FSD, freight settlement document. Okay, freight settlement document is nothing, just to right now my order I received, I've created the freight unit, and then I have done the planning, selection and everything, and got the freight order. And now I want to, that freight order is finally delivered, I've received the proof of delivery from carrier, so now I want to settle this freight. So that's why I will be creating a freight settlement document called FSD, this one. In the FSD, we initiate the FSD just because all the FSD will be, once FSD is triggered, it will be creating the service entry sheet and service purchase order back in SD, because all the billing and pricing, invoicing taken care by SD, right? So that will be coming back to SAP, I would say, if you don't want to say that SD, because we have different teams working on to different verticals. In many team, the FI team manages all of that, finance and accounting. SAP FI is also a module. So whosoever manages, but not the transportation management. Our job is to complete the transportation and submit the, the bill, and then get paid for it, or paid for our services accordingly. So we won't be doing that. So our job over here, we will be performing the freight settlement. So in the freight settlement, how FSD is getting created, how we are able to post the service entry sheet, SES, or service purchase order, or Myro in case of vendor. You'll come to know all of these scenarios that will come in picture. I'm just giving you a high level overview right now of SAP, 5 different areas. So this is how it started from, I would say, SAP SD, or wherever the S4 or the database that we had, we call that SAP. So it started from there, and from there we received the sales order, and then we completed the cycle, done all the transportation. Our truck guy finally reached the location and delivered the goods, and then we initiated the FSD, freight settlement document. So this is actually the all the areas of SAP transportation management in one supply chain that I just told you. Use case one. Okay. And then we will talk about the tracking and tracing. As you see, from shipper to consignee, it will have a direct connection. It will, whatever the shipper is posting on the tracking and tracing, consignee is able to know or see that. You guys must have seen that ordering food from Zomato, and then you have that live tracking option in which you can actually see where your driver has reached for with your food. You will see small scooter or bike driving around. So same way we will be having the track. So the team which is responsible behind that scooter on the map that you see in your phones is global track and trace team. Okay. However, SAP is not managing any e-commerce right now or these food vendors. So yeah, that is also come. We will talk about the next is different SAP SAP software or the versions that evolved with the time.
I
Okay,
have a
so I've
question.
already, yeah, please go ahead.
The tracking, the global tracking and tracing, is it a model in SAP or is it a software that to be added to TM to do whatever they have to do?
No, it is actually global track and trace. It's a team actually who works on that. Okay, it's and then we have SAP GTS team as well when we have any kind of global kind of trade functionalities comes in picture. Okay, so we have SAP GTS global trade system, and track and trace is a different team, which will be working and responsible for managing all of this.
So is a technical team or is a functional team or what is it?
Yeah, we have a functional team for that SAP global track and trace. Will be working, or in most of the cases, yeah, you will be implementing. The TM consultant himself will be implementing some of the software solution like here.com and everything for global track and trace, and the tracking activity will be performed by that itself. Okay, so depending upon the business requirement that we have, what kind of goods and how high priority the goods are, which these things will get decided. Okay. All
Thank
right,
you.
is that answer, Chandra?
Yeah, thank you. We will. So
Okay.
we are not
Mhm.
going to do that in this training, right?
No, no, we are not going to talk about that. Global track and trace. We will be talking about only transportation management, right? From the transportation management perspectives, what we are doing and where all we are proceeding, what all we need to know if I go and work into any company as a transportation management functional consultant. We won't even be getting into technical. We will only be talking about the functional consultant job.
Okay, thank you.
And that too only specific to transportation management. But as a transportation management, you should also have a bit of understanding how all of that is connected to SAP TM. So that only you guys will be seeing and going through, and you will have that understanding. Don't worry. Just stay intact with all the training classes and all watch all the recordings, but try and attend the live trainings. It is more beneficial because there and that, there and that, if you have any doubt or there and then I would say you can ask that and put it across everyone. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So moving on to
Yeah,
that. Go
sorry,
ahead.
this one is me. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
just a small thing. So GTT, can we simply say that it is a third-party tool or the software which is integrating to the SAP and the TM to manage this all track and trace functionality or the activity? Can we say like this for our understanding or like how it is?
No, SAP is just go, don't get too confused with these different modules that we're talking about, SD or MM or AWM or global track and trace. They are just try and understand the functionality, what all they do. And behind, because with the global track and trace, it has nothing to do with you. You won't be performing the SAP event management integration. Or in case if you are performing that integration, that means you are very much experienced into SAP and that you're working onto it. Okay, so you won't be working on to those integrations part if you talk about, but yes, it is in a way a third party or SAP software as well, global track and trace we have. So that gets provided through which the global track and trace facility gets enabled. Not only that, it has multiple a lot of other things as well which I might not know or don't want to know. as it is not part of my module, because the transportation management in itself is way too vast. I mean, you will get to see a lot of things to learn for your own. So if you're a good TM consultant, you don't have to bother about learning or knowing other modules as if now, guys. TM is more than sufficient enough. I get like more than 7 to 8 calls a day for a new project or freelance job or anything like that. And I don't know the response on your all modules and resumes, but yeah, I do get that many calls each day, and I've been getting it since almost a decade, I would say. So yes, transportation management always have requirement, and it's a different module, different industry altogether. Not at all connected, definitely, but we don't need to. Okay, and we this training doesn't talk about that, to be precise.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification. I
All right,
got it.
Rishad. All right, thank you so much. We'll proceed further. Anyone have any other doubts so far that we have learned or taught?
Rizwan Murthy, yeah.
Yeah, Murthy, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So the whole point, if I understand, team want to understand SAP global track and trace system is SAP product itself, right? It's not a third party which is integrated with that.
We have no, yes, it is SAP product itself, but we can have a third party software as well. Okay. So we
Mhm.
can have a third party software which is integrated with that, like here.com in one of the businesses I was using, which is, non-SAP or SAP. So that doesn't really matter. So what
Mm.
software or application that we are using, what changes it will bring in my system, in my SAP GUI screen, I'm bothered about that, right? So those changes we will be seeing over here. That's all I'm trying to
Okay.
say. You will have that understanding. Okay, this is doesn't matter that information is coming from which software or third party, SAP, non-SAP, whatever it is, but we will be only bothered about the configuration, settings, switches, and everything into TM. What all we are supposed to do.
Understood, Rizwan. Go ahead.
Hey, hi,
Thank you
Rizwan.
so much.
Partha here.
Yeah, yeah. Go
So
ahead, Partha.
yeah, hi. So I have one query, small query actually.
Please
So
go ahead.
just like in SD or MM, any other modules, if you see that there are a lot of customizations and then there are a lot of enhancements which comes up and depending on project
Hmm.
to project. So is
Yes.
there any type of customizations happening or is it standard TM module where we implement for each
No,
and
no, no,
every
no, no.
organization?
It has multiple enhancements. Even I will try and cover at least two enhancement, folks. Okay.
Okay.
Within this training, you will see maybe on the 20th, 30th day or whatever, when all the master and everything will be set up and we'll be working on the system practices. I will be showing you two of the enhancements, how it is going on. And we SAP transportation management, like other modules of SAP, it also have enhancements. Okay. And for folks who did not understand enhancement, don't stress your brain right now. Enhancement is nothing. Whenever we are talking about anything, we expect a way beyond the standard functionality SAP has offered. Okay, let's say SAP has offered a functionality wherein post planning FU, the FOs get created. And let's say we want to enhance it in a way that I want from sales order, no FU, direct freight order will get created. Okay, so we have such options, such enhancements, such setting changes you will be seeing. So once we will deep dive into it, you will come to know, and these enhancement questions will be addressed then as well, Parth.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so far your question is answered.
Yeah, yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you. Anyone else have any question before we proceed further?
Rizwan, Srini here.
Yaswini, go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, okay, that GTT and all, it is not part of our course, but you will tell where it will come that that GTT role that you can tell, right? Maybe while when you that session.
Sure, of course, when we will be integrating, because we won't be integrating any, performing any integration with the GTT or global track and trace. So global track and trace for you will come in picture whenever you will get the freight order in the planning profile. Freight order is created. In the transportation cockpit, you perform the planning on the freight units. The planning is performed, and as a result, you got the freight order. And that freight order, which is the final execution document, since it is integrated with GTT or event management, So that is why you will get all the event logs to be enabled. This is the only role you will be seeing and checking whether it is integrated or not. It is just one check mark that you will be doing to integrate yes or no, like that. This much of use you have in transportation management over here. But yes, it will be integrated in the execution part with the freight order. You will be assigning a particular profile to it with the global track and trace and selecting it and enabling that option. And I will show you while we will be performing the configurations on the system when we will be working onto it, right?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Srini.
Yeah, thank you.
And anyone else have any question before we proceed further? All right. So we'll proceed further, folks. Not much of a time is left, just 5 minutes. Okay. So yes, we were talking about the inbound processes, outbound processes, and storage operations. All of these things will come in transportation management, even the storage operations as well. We will be looking at the warehouses and whatever the stocks that we have, according to if we have any inventory there or not, if we are able to create that sales order, pick, pack, and PGI, those things will come in the storage and operations. So all of that inbound processing is basically when we are trying to procure something, outbound when we are selling it something. Okay. And yeah, end-to-end collaboration over here. End customer can be shippers, customer place order for goods. And it is just one cycle. It is just showing basis the these four areas, guys, if you see. Okay, transportation management, end-to-end collaboration. One is shipper, LSP, and carrier. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the shipper, LSP, and carrier? Just shipper first. Can anyone tell me who is shipper?
The team or the entity which provides the which take the responsibility of transporting the goods from the source to destination.
All right. I'm partially correct. Anyone else?
Shipper
Okay.
is something where the process is getting started, like who is like the seller, or you can say like the uh, product who is selling kind of thing. That is a starting process point or where it's getting triggered.
Yep. So yeah, we can club both the answers and we'll have one fine answer. Shipper is someone where the goods are being, someone who manufactures their own goods and then they are trying to ship it from, they are managing the shipping itself on their own. Okay. Like say if you, let's say if we talk about any, big giant car dealerships or this automobile industry. So they manufacture the cars and then they send it out to their own Maruti showroom or Ferrari showrooms, and then they sell it over there, right? So they are the one that who are manufacturing it on their own and then they are shipping it. So shipper is someone who is manufacturing their own good and then responsible for the supply chain itself. Okay. And second is LSP. LSP is logistics service provider. Everyone must know. And logistics service provider is nothing but someone who provides logistics services. Okay. जो logistics services provide, someone who is providing the logistics services is called logistics service provider. So not all the shippers use their own fleet or own trucks to deliver or ship their goods. Most of the shippers, there are like not most of the shippers, many shippers also go for the option of LSP, logistics service provider. They rather prefer someone to work on their supply their goods on their own. Okay. So shipper also have variants and scenarios you will come to know, and with LSP also have variants and different type of LSPs and even the carriers as well. And finally, the carrier who provides the carrier services. Okay, the difference between LSP, you don't get confused that LSP also sounds the same, carrier also sounds the same, but no, LSP is logistic service provider. Logistic service provider comes into everything that also comes into warehouse management. They will procure your goods and then put it in their warehouse, and then later on moving the goods from one location to another, like Amazon. or Mintra for that matter. You can actually sell anything on their portal. So they will first procure goods from your side and then take it in their warehouse, and then from their warehouse they will plan the supply chain and then give you an estimated date about it. As a shipper, even if you're a shipper, you're the one who manufactured the goods. Okay. So yes, over here, if you see, and carrier, as we all know, carrier is the one who only just manages the moving of goods from one location to another, the one who provide all the trucks and everything. Okay, so these are the carrier. Okay, well, while we were talking about this planning profile and this profile, yeah, remember I told you selection profile and planning profile. Selection profile is what of planning, and planning profile is how of planning. So in the selection profile itself, we have this selection profile, carrier selection profile is also there. Okay, basis which the carrier gets selected. So we have that as well. And we talk about the end customer. We know end customer, shipper places an order for goods. Shipper's customer. Okay, a shipper's customer who places an order for good. Let's say we have placed an order X for XYZ products. And shipper is somebody, like I said, who manufactures the good, have received the order, accepted, and process the shipment. Okay, process the shipment, and then as you can see, process the shipment and the pre-planning, order management, all these order management and sales order, post pre-plan, before pre-planning, in the post pre-planning, we will have the order management coming in picture, and order management will create this freight sales order and freight unit, and then with the freight unit you will perform the planning, and tendering and subcontracting is where we will assign the carrier, and then execution will happen, which will create the freight order, and then finally we will have the freight settlement document. And post 1 week, once we create the freight settlement document, it will create the invoice for logistics team, LSP, logistics service provider, the one that we have got here from tendering and subcontracting. And same way, it will be creating receivables, execution and monitoring, and partnering, cargo planning, booking management. All of this is part of tendering, and all these this freight settlement will create the invoice for both. Are we clear till here, guys?
Yeah, I have a question here. So,
Yeah,
for
please go ahead.
example, in this flow, I can see that shipper, logistic service provider. I mean, this order creation part is on the logistic service provider side. So that part I'm not clear, because shipper, say for example, any company who produces
Mm-hmm.
or who manufactures the product. Now
Mm-hmm.
they will only process the order, right? And from there the entire process will start, and then probably logistic service provider will ship the product from their warehouse to the customer side. Now
Yes.
uh, now I mean, here in this flow, if I see that this order management is coming into the logistic service provider, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
area. So that part, if you can just explain.
Sure. I'll tell you. Because why order management is coming under the logistics service provider LSP area. Because doesn't matter if you are shipper or logistics service provider, you will have to transport your goods from one place to the another. So as a TM consultant, you will be working on the tasks of logistics service provider, which can be used either by a shipper or by an LSP. So let's say if I'm a forwarder and I'm the one who ships the good. I'm a freight for shipper
Mhm,
itself. I
mhm,
manufacture, then I ship the goods. So I have my own logistics service provider, my in-house, but that also
mhm,
needed the TM consultant to manage the transportation. Same way, I'm an LSP. I only receive orders. I'm not Mahindra. I'm not manufacturing my own trucks and everything. I am Amazon. I am getting things from not Mahindra, maybe some other brands, and then I sell them in the market. Let's say I get a requirement for iPhones. Apple is one of
mhm.
my clients, but I sell them over there. So I manage the supply chain. I'm an LSP, logistic service provider. So if I'm an LSP, I'm doing all of that. So what I will be doing, I will also be needing a transportation management guy. So this is how this logistic service and operation comes in picture. So you're talking about the shipper. Shipper has received an order from end customer. And once he received the order, so he has two ways. Either he will have his own fleet, either he will have, okay, I can supply on my own. Let's say, hey, come on, call this guy. Is David there? Is his truck on? Is he good? Okay, ask David to ship like 20 boxes to this address, and then David ships them. Okay, but here we are talking about a company, a business, a company. Let's say, end customer. It's not just the end customer. What we are thinking in our head, someone like us placing an order on Amazon for a pair of sneakers. It's not, supply chain will come in picture over there as well, but it is not that end customer. End customer can be any other different plant. Okay, let's say some Maruti Suzuki plant at Delhi location, West Delhi location. At their plant, they have a sales requirement of three Maruti Swift cars. Okay, and they have only one in their warehouse. Now they have raised a request to Maruti sales office itself. Okay, this is now they have raised a request to shipper, as in Maruti car, saying, hey, I'm calling you, reaching out from this and this dealership. Now I want you to give me two Swift cars. Then they have received the order. Now for them, they will see, is it inter or intra. So it will be coming on such an order type, whether it is stock transfer order. For them, it is stock transfer order, right? So they will be looking at it, if we want to transfer it, transfer our goods, if it is Maruti facility itself, or is it some outside dealership we are sending the goods to. So this is how that order type will get defined over here. And once we have that order type defined, then we will be now Maruti will decide if it is an external vendor or internal vendor. So over there, do I have my own transportation fleet? If I don't have, so I will hire somebody. If I'll hire somebody, I will give it to some LSP, and the LSP will manage all of this. And if I have it mine, then I will use this LSP, of course, which is my LSP. But I will have to perform the planning, order management, freight planning, tendering, subcontracting, execution, and freight settlement. Everything I'll have to perform, right?
Okay, okay,
Is
okay.
it
It means
answered
the
now?
order. It means the order will be created in shipper's end, but that details will be shared with the logistics service provider for planning and execution.
Yes, yes. I mean, even the LSP will also have the order management in their place. LSP will
Hmm.
also have your order management. They will also receive the same sales order, right? The one that will
Hmm.
get created over here from here. They will be just
Hmm.
accepting the requirement. Okay, you want three Swift cars. Okay, so from here till here, it came to shipper a proposal. Went either shipper proposal will go, the sent will be directly to their own team. Here they are shipment placement. They are doing it with their own team. And over here, the shipper proposal is actually going to an LSP service provider, and LSP is
Hmm.
performing all of this. So even if
Got it.
they will be giving it to their team will also be performing these. Got my point,
Okay, okay,
right?
got it.
So this pre-planning, order management, freight planning, everything will come in picture. Whether you are on the shipper side, let's say if you got a project, some of you, let's say I have got a project into Pepsi. And you have got a project of Volvo car. My current project is Volvo car, by the way, I'm working for. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say I have got a project in Volvo car, and you're working for Pepsi. So Pepsi is the one which manufactures the good and then transport it worldwide, but they don't bother about using their own fleet or managing their logistics supply chain. At some locations, they have their Pepsi trucks, but not at all the locations. So they will be outsourcing such a requirement to somebody, right? They will be giving it to somebody. But in my case, I'm also a TM consultant. I will receive the requirement. I am working for Volvo car. We are managing our own fleet. We are sending out our cars on our own. We won't be using any LSP services. So that doesn't mean I don't know TM or you don't know TM. We both be knowing TM. We both be working on the similar. We both will have freight units. We will both will have freight orders. We both will have the same, maybe different issues, different errors, different business, different requirement. But we both are working on these similar kind of areas. We both will have that, transportation cockpit for planning. Now is it clear now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Anyone else have any question on this one, guys?
There is one. Sorry, we are taking a lot of questions for you. Hope you
No,
don't
no
mind.
issues. Go ahead. More the question, more the
Yeah,
merrier. Like you
just,
said, it should be a
just
talkative session. Go ahead.
yeah, just to add, just now my friend asked about the LSP, right? So We have couple of times we have used example of Amazon, right? So as per my
Mm-hmm.
understanding, like Amazon is like an online platform where they don't manage 100% inventory of the warehouse, whatever they sell. In fact, they
Mm-hmm.
have tie up with different dealers, okay, and they have the exact inventory details of what they have, what they're selling, and what their capacity and all. Okay, so as an
Mm-hmm.
end customer, for example, if I'm purchasing something, that order goes to the Amazon, and I'm sure that Amazon is using SAP because I have seen ship to party against my name. So say when I'm triggering the order, so as soon as Amazon get, definitely he will send that order to the dealer who is maintaining the inventory. Okay, so how it is happening? So once it goes to the dealer, so are they using the traditional third-party order processing like we normally use in SAP SD, or the some TM functionality is being used? I mean to say, how it is going on in this scenario when
So
say
you
the
don't worry
Amazon.
about all of that. Let's say if you're working for Amazon and you're an SAP consultant. First of all, you won't be using SAP over there just because SAP does not support e-commerce yet. Okay, so won't be. Let's say if you're working for Walmart or any of the service provider over there, you're a TM consultant over there. That's what your question is, right? How will we be
Yes.
receiving that? So over
Yeah.
there, as a TM consultant, you will be straight away receiving the sales order. Their SD team, their procurement team will do all of that analysis. Where is our stuff? Where is our location? And what all warehouses we have? How do we create it? And how do we process this from system to another one? So how data comes to SAP will be the sales and distribution team's problem. So the data will come to you in the form of either STO, sales order, purchase order. That's all,
Mhm.
and then you will be working on that. You will perform the only you will bother about the transportation planning. You don't bother about whether they are using from LE software or third party software, how that information, that sales order, that inventory and all of those things will coming to us. We are working for any business or any client, we will be receiving these three things gets created from the business itself. So they will be talking about from, okay, let's say for example, if we are talking about Murthy or Srini, so they will be just saying Murthy or Srini, we have this sales order is stuck because of this and that FU is not getting created. Nobody will come to you and say Rizwan, sales order is not getting created. That's not your job. Go refer the SD team for that. Like that I'm saying. Is it understood or should I?
Yeah, yeah. So most of it is clear. But when I say third party, I'm not saying about the any vendor. I'm referring the third party sales order process.
Okay.
Normally, like actually, I'm from sales background. That is
Okay,
the reason
if
I'm.
you have no, if you come from third party sales order process or something like that, like you will have that software in the system. Let's say in the current E2 open, okay, as a third party sales software that generates the sales order or forwarding order. That's what we work on. So once the sales order gets generated, even they call it something else. They don't call it sales order. Okay. They call it sales requirement or something like that. That's what they are calling it. So whenever you receive that, you will be receiving it from the different system, and it will be integrated by your SD team or your integration team. It will get it, even if you're performing a fresh integration, then also it will get integrated. I will tell you how. I will tell you what all channels we enable for any third party or SAP in-house software, what all we were enabled to get all those sales order and all of that information to our TM screen, our TM GUI and everything. Okay, if that is the question.
That is fine. So thanks for this. The only request is like going forward, we are sure that we'll be focusing more on the TM. I mean to say our main area, but we already want to have a bird view, TM is there in the center, but from if you see from the top, like what are all the things getting connected and what is moving from where. We
Mhm.
are not interested to see how the other things are working, but we want to what is integrated and interface with the TM, like kind of a high level view, like this, like a complete picture kind of architectural view. I mean to say,
No, no,
like if you
you'll
can.
get to see all of that. Don't worry. We are at the first PPT right now. We have 16 of them. So you will be seeing
Okay.
all of that architectural view and everything, Ishak. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Arnav, I have a question. Go ahead, Arnav.
I don't have any question.
No, you had raised your hand, I believe.
Okay, okay. I forgot to lower it.
All right, no worries. Anyone else have any questions, guys, so far? All right. So I'll move on ahead. Yes. So yeah, we were talking about this carrier subcontracting and a logistics service provider will perform. So this map we have completed. Okay, over here, SAP Business Warehouse and possible system landscape. This is just to give you the understanding of how SAP, so everything is integrated with each and everything's SAP supply chain execution platform, where we have
Can
the
you
SAP.
share your screen? Sorry. Please.
Oh, is the screen not being shared? Just one second. Just 1 minute, folks. All right, sorry for that, folks. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is possible system landscape that we will come to later on, how this will be coming in picture. But yes, talking about this. So yeah, that you guys were asking how this information and everything comes into our picture. SCM, supply chain management, ECM, EM. As you can see, all we have like example process workflow. I'm just trying to explain over here. This system landscape directly, we will be coming up onto it later on. It might be very much confusing right now for you all. Let's just keep it basic since it is day one. Don't want to scare off people. So yes, guys, take a look at this. We have three different colors. and these three different colors comes in to saying that these are the SAP. This ECC is what we call these days we are calling this ECC as S4. So whatever you call it, ECC, you call it S4, it is the database where we have all the SD team is actually working onto it, where they create the sales order, purchase order, and everything gets created over here, and all the invoicing and billing and everything post the freight settlement document you create, right? And the service entry sheet, service purchase order, all of that gets created over here in ECC only. And ECC SCM, supply chain management, ECC SCM for production planning and demand planning. They have this one as well, but don't confuse with the first tab. The first one is ECC and TMS. If we are talking about within ECC, you can see they have stock transfer order. From the production planning, we have received the stock transfer order, and then the delivery will get created. From the ECC, order based transportation request has been raised, delivery based on transportation request, and the freight unit FUBR gets created. And on that we have performed the transportation planning, and as a result of planning we get the freight order. Okay, freight order is also integrated with event management, as you can see, because freight order will have all the event updates and everything. And then the shipment will be, there is this option of direct shipment that gets created from freight order, that is there. And from freight order, if you see down here, we have pre-ocean booking, pre-barge booking. You know what is barge? Barge is when we are trying to ship something on water itself, but on the you know on the river. If you are trying to ship from within the river, the transportation is happening via some I would say dock ship or something like that. But that ship is moving goods from one location to another, not on the sea, it's on the river. It's called barge booking. Okay, so all of these pre-barge booking and all the schedules and everything that will come over here, get supplied in freight order. In road scenario, we have freight order. In air or ocean scenario, we have freight booking. Okay, over here we call it order. Over here is a freight order. Over here we call it freight booking. So let's say we have all of that created over here from the freight order itself. We will be again over here why it is coming to OTR and DTR. That was the stock transfer order process. Okay, with freight order is there with the different schedules with transportation planning. And the second one is sales order, as you see. So from sales order itself, we will have the DTR and OTR. OTR and DTR are nothing but order based transportation requirement and delivery based transportation requirement. They were there in the sidecar system, in the standalone SAP, and they are not there in the embedded one. In the embedded one, from the sales order, you will directly get the freight unit. Okay. So over here, OTR and DTR, and then freight unit building happened, the transportation planning and everything happened, booking and everything happened. Post that, and finally, the freight settlement document. Again, it goes to, and the air or whatever the booking is there gets created as a result of planning. Over here, transportation planning happening is over here, right? So finally, once the booking and everything is done, shipment is optional. Then transportation planning, outbound delivery will get created over here in the ETC, or you call it S4 in the new environment. Okay. Same way over here, we had worked on transportation planning. The outbound delivery gets created over here. Stock transfer order as well. The delivery will get created in the ECC, and same way here, outbound delivery will get created. And from the outbound delivery, the goods issue, billing, accounting, and that's pick, pack, and PGI, and everything will happen over here. The delivery will get created, and then the goods will get issued. The billing and accounting will happen over here. And all of this information is coming how? Via freight settlement document. Billing and accounting, rest of the billing and accounting will be done. But about the carrier charges, the transportation charges, those information will be coming over here with the freight settlement document, which the TM consultant will do. Okay, and freight settlement is written in the freight agreement. So whatever the rates and charges and everything that we have, it's written in the freight agreement. Okay, All right, are we clear on this one? Anyone have
One
any
question, where is
confusion?
the freight order in the second scenario? You have a transportation planning and then you have a booking.
Demand planning. Okay, it's the same. If you see schedules related to either freight booking, or if you, or you have the freight order, this that gets accepted as a, you are accepting this over here as freight booking. The other one was for freight order. So this freight booking is also the same as freight order. I mean, when we are talking about road, we have freight order. When we talk about air and ocean, it is freight booking. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Anyone else have any other question? Right.
Can you go back to load starting and loading end? What
Yeah, load
is
started
running?
and loading ended. Like I said, event management is the one which will bring you all the event milestone. It is also integrated with TM. So it will be giving you all the loading started. Let's say truck reached at the source location, departure at the source location, and then loading started, loading completed, and then truck reached the destination, arrived at the destination location, and then unloading started, unloading completed, right?
The the reason why I'm asking the question, I didn't see any EWM kind of
No, no,
integrations. We loaded
no,
on
that is
the truck, but
EWM is
this one,
something else.
yeah, I know.
EWM is extended warehouse management. Okay,
Yeah.
it is saying the freight order will be integrated with EM, and it
Yeah.
will be giving you all the event logs. Same way over here, the freight booking will be integrated with, since it is air and ocean scenario. The freight booking is uh, integrated with EM, event management, to give you all the details of the event.
My question is, I understand, but my question is, the good issue have to be done, right? So
The
what is the
issue has to
trigger
be done.
here that is going to do the good issue for the outbound delivery related to the EWM? I'm not talking about event management. So something have to be done. So the good issue, when we load it on the truck or whatever, we have to process or proceed with the good issue. So just want to have any kind of idea or whatever that is going to trigger the good issue when or the loading, you put
We
it
will
on the
have a
truck.
PI
Yeah.
document, pick, pack, and PGI. Once the PGI is confirmed, once the PGI is submitted, that is post document. Okay, now the goods are issued, they will be considered. And over here, if you're talking about the proof of delivery, challan will be submitted once it will get delivered by the carrier. It will be uploaded on the portal, and it will be visible in the freight order or freight booking tab itself.
My second question is it possible that we can plan the TM before creating a outbound delivery?
Before creating an outbound delivery, can we plan a transportation management? Yes, we can do that, but that's a different set of enhancement. We'll work on that, come on that later.
Okay,
We
we'll
can plan
cover
it.
that, right? Or the
Yeah, of
option
course.
or the configuration to do that, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Anyone
This
else
one,
have any
this
other
flow
questions?
chart, yeah, this flow chart will work for both inbound as well as outbound, right?
Yes. So with the arrows, that's shown. So it is will be there, but this one is for outbound S stock or sales order and outbound delivery. Same way it could have been inbound delivery in case of inbound. Okay. And with STO, they have order. STO are like nothing, inter and intra. They don't have inbound or outbound, right? So these are the two scenarios that it covers.
Okay, for STO, okay. So instead of that, we'll create for purchase order, right? For inbound
Yes,
process.
it would happen inbound, then it would happen a purchase order. All
So
right.
in your experience for STO between, let's say, two company codes from the same company, Who is
Hmm.
going to be, how do you decide to trigger that from POs, purchasing order? Is it what or outbound? Because one will be doing outbound, one will be doing no, at the end you have to do outbound and inbound, right?
Yes,
When you
you will be defining that in the shipment type. There is this option of 0, 1, 2. You can actually select, and then only the delivery for transportation management. You will be defining that, and that is next level config. When we will be coming to that, peculiar concepts will definitely come, and we'll be discussing it then.
And my last question is, sometime I heard about advanced shipping and receiving. I don't know, you're not going to cover right now, but can you just give us a very brief understanding of advanced shipping and receiving? What is it?
Advanced shipping and receiving, as in there is this ASN, advanced shipping notification, that gets triggered or not to actually initiate a document from the freight order itself that that notifies the shipper, or that your shipping has been completed, or ASN that gets triggered from the freight order. So we will see if we are going to trigger the ASN, advanced shipping notification, from the freight order in the advanced shipping and delivery, that we either we enable it or we don't work on that. That is the difference, and we will cover that, don't worry. Advanced
So
shipping and
my understanding is, we can manage the inbound and outbound at the same time. So that's maybe
yes.
I'm wrong, but that was my understanding, but I didn't have any more
No,
detail
we do
or
can manage, for multiple deliveries, one we can assign it as an inbound one, the other one can be outbound. So we can have different profiles for that and select it, planned, and FUs will get created this different ways. But we can manage, multiple requirements, because it is not like you will always be getting sales order. But most of the companies that you'll start to work, or the businesses, you will be getting 2 or 3 order types, predefined order types, that you will be working on. So accordingly, you will be taking care of it. So there will be mainly majorly 3 process flows for every for those 3 document type that you will be working on. Okay.
I think the question is regarding ASR, not ASN. Uh, Advanced shipping and receiving, right? That is what.
Advanced shipping and
Receiving.
no, advanced shipping and receiving. Yes, I got the point. But ASN is advanced shipping notification that gets enabled whenever you wish to have that advanced shipping and everything receiving enabled. Okay. And that's a separate enhancement. We might not be covering that enhancement over here, but we'll discuss that when the time comes.
But from delivery also this ASN gets triggered, right? I mean, is it required always to, or how is it? I mean, when TM is
Uh,
integrated, will it be
from
triggered from
delivery
TM?
only it gets triggered, and some in there is an enhancement how we want this to be triggered from the purchase order, from the freight order itself. Okay, I had worked on one
Okay,
of the enhancement in the past. I will show you the document of that when the time comes. So
okay,
ASN.
okay.
Yeah, anyone else have any question, guys? Because the one that you're talking about with advance shipping and receiving, so that we will be actually actually the whenever we go to EWM, the TU is the unit that enable the seamless end-to-end receiving, improving. But in the supporting multi-warehouses operations, fewer interfaces, it simplifies the communication between TM and execution to EWM. So that is the major role of advanced shipping and receiving. Okay. All right. So we'll move on to the next. Okay, here is the roadmap, existing, midterm, long term. So yes, as you can see, first of all, the system that we used to work on, SAP Litra on premises. system, and that was the oldest version that we were using. And then SAP S4HANA Enterprise Management, and that came in picture. And if I talk about versions over here, you can see the versions, how they evolved with time. Okay, so first of all, the initially before Litra system, we were using the post Litra system. We started using this one, SAP TM 9.3, November 2015. It came in picture, and then post that the version that came is 9.3. That is 9.3, and then post that we the later same month itself we have 9.3 with S4 release in November 2015. And in 16 the S4 was completely released, RTC in Q4 2016. And the final release which on which we will be working on is 2025 S4 HANA, I believe. I'll just okay, it's not installed on this one, but yeah, we will be using it on the final one, which we will be using is 2025, the latest one. But in that latest one as well, the transportation management, we are using the business food S4 HANA as 2025, but the transportation management will be of this level. I mean, that came in picture over here back in 2017. That is the transportation management. And if you see what exactly have came in picture, what had changed with the latest versions of SAP on these are the roadmap. If you see 9.1 had rail shippers, 9.2 came for truck for shippers, and then 9.3 logistics service provider, and the 9.4 came with just extra additional features, LSP shipper, transit warehouse enhancement, manual drivers and everything. And 9 point so on, whatever that came in picture, now they are covering e-commerce as well. Okay, so this is how the further features now 9.4 onwards, 9.5 actually 9.4 onwards, they are 9.5, 9.6, whatever the versions that they have all of these features they're talking about. Okay, and this was them on level with deeper understanding. This was the freight forwarder, order management, transportation planning, execution, freight settlement, and analytics. That comes in picture. All right, the others and manuals and SAP transportation management, freight order, transportation requirement. Here you see this will answer your question, Ishak, what you were asking, right? Out of the box integration. These are the one which will be out of the box that will get integrated over here. And these are the carrier integrations and SAP TM comprehensive document flow. You will be able to see it. I'll share this PDF, guys. That is all for now. Wanted to finish it. And yes, please take a look at this as well. They have one location and then defines the zone and carrier schedule and hub. Okay, just leave this one. These two I will cover, this and this in the next session. And then we'll proceed about, okay, it has freight unit screenshots and attached, and all of those attachments are there. All right, so we are almost done with the 50% of theory, and in next class we will just cover rest of it, and by the end of it we'll start setting up our master data and all the configs. All right, folks, so that was all from my side. If
Can we
anyone have
have
any
this
questions, go ahead.
document?
This PDF?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be shared. But at the end of the tomorrow session, it will be shared.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Anyone else have any
So,
other question, guys?
yeah, is it always going to be 2 hours per sessions?
Yes, we are going to conduct 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. So this way, try and wrap this up in like 20
Do
weeks.
you, when are you expecting to complete all the training? Expecting, not, I mean, you never know, but
No,
Can you
10 weeks,
just
I would. My course content is actually of about eight. If we say that to be precise, it will be of 80 hours of learning. With that 80 hours, we can say that get completed. Gets I don't know if it was 40 hours or 80 hours. Naveen, are you there?
I think it's 40 hours is one.
Yeah. So not the advance is not included. Okay. So it's that 40 hours which will be delivered in 10 weeks. Every week we will cover 4 hours.
so last week I think you have a problem or so are we going to so it's going you just want to know to plan something
No,
so we
don't
are
worry.
going to
Today onwards, your hours get started. Okay. Today's 2 hours will get started. So far, it was just an introduction part. Okay.
okay, thank you.
Today you can consider it as day one of SAP Transportation Management. Previous one was the introductions and everything.
Is it getting recorded? Because tomorrow I may be traveling, so just want to confirm that.
Yes, I think it is getting recorded, and you guys will be doing recordings as well. Don't worry.
Okay.
So
Anyone else have any
last
other question?
question is one. So 4
Sure.
p.m. is that fixed time or like how it will be like? Because in the weekends we do have like certain things to plan. So if you can give us any specific time frame, that will be helpful for all of us.
For tomorrow, it will be 4 p.m. only. Next week onwards, we'll try and set it up at because we have few people joining from US as well. So those 4 p.m. is that's why most convenient for them. So I think 4 p.m. it is going to be.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Anyone else have any other question, guys?
And one
All
last
right.
thing, can you check with Naveen? Can we use Teams instead of GoTo? Because here sometime
You
we
can
have some.
communicate that with Naveen, Ishak. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, guys. All the
So
best. Happy learning.
I have a question for Naveen. Naveen, are you going to create a WhatsApp group for this course training? So it's going to be more easier to communicate, or it's already done? I don't know.
I think Naveen is on mute, so you can check with him separately, like if he's.
Are you receiving something specific on WhatsApp for this training, guys?
No, Abu. So for this one, hopefully he will create the group, WhatsApp group, just to for the updates for that videos, training content, and everything. They'll provide, the online access separately.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks all. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Thank you.